Well, here at Midday Maryland, we are all about the Maryland SPCA. We've had them on our show a lot for our Give a Home a Dog series. Well, of course, we're thinking about all the animals that are in shelter right now. And joining me now is Nicole Miller, the Director of Operations, just to give us an update. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us. We miss coming out to you guys.
Oh, we miss it too. It's going to happen. We're going to just get through this time. But for right now, tell me what is happening with you guys.
So we did end up closing for the safety of the community and the staff. We're temporarily limiting our operations. Our building is closed. We did have 147 animals in the shelter, and we are very excited and happy and grateful that they all went to foster homes before we closed. So they're all happy and safe in their foster homes for the short term. We're providing them with medical and food and making sure that they're all taken care of for right now. And
well, that is relief. I know a lot of our viewers are wondering what's happening with all these animals because there were only so many people, even when we could be volunteering, there were only so many volunteers that you could have at a time. So that is a relief. Tell me also about these efforts. You have almost like a Meals on Wheels program going on to make sure that these foster dogs are taken care of when they're in these homes too, right?
Correct. So we're doing two things. We're taking care of our current foster animals and the ones that we had in our shelter, but we also have a program called Kibble Connection, which is connecting our Meals on Wheels partner with pet food so that the people who are receiving, the homebound people who are receiving the food from Meals on Wheels are also receiving pet food. And this week we really focused on making sure that all of those homes received 3 months of pet supplies of food so that they were cared for.
That's amazing. And also a relief for the people who are fostering them that they don't have to think about that now. And the same thing with medicines. Is that correct?
Correct. So the foster animals that we had in our care are all getting the same treatment that they were getting before. We are taking care of people over the phone. We set up some vet appointments for emergencies for our foster pets. So all of that is happening as normal, and we're very grateful to every single family that came forward and opened up their home to make that possible.
And I can imagine that you're still getting a lot of calls right now.
We are. Yeah. Even though we're technically closed to the public in our building, we still have staff checking our voicemail and our emails daily, and we're trying our best. So far, we've gotten back to everybody the same day or the next day. You know, it's a hard time right now because there's not as many resources as we used to have, but we're trying to be creative of what we can do right now and problem solve with people to get through the next couple of weeks. And that's really what we're trying to do is what can we do right now to get us through the next couple of weeks until we know more about what the future holds and what we can do and celebrate, you know, getting everyone back on their feet.
I know, especially now because, you know, now there is a shelter in place order. And I know that that was top of mind for you guys at the Maryland SPCA as well.
Yeah, you know, it's really important right now that everybody really understand that shelters all over Maryland and nationwide are, you know, very limited in the services that they can provide. And this is the time that we really want people to continue, because they already have, but continue to help each other out. Neighbors helping neighbors. Please make sure that your pet has an ID tag that is updated with your phone number and that your microchip is updated because, you know, just in case he does get lost, you want to make sure you get him back right away. And with that said, anybody who finds a lost pet, you know, really work hard on trying to find the owner yourself without having to use the shelter. There's steps that you can follow on our website, mdspca.org, to learn more about how to do that. Using social media sites and findingrover.com will really help lessen the burden for animal shelters all over. You know, this is a really important time that we all need to take seriously what the CDC is saying and what the local Maryland government is saying, and stay home, stay well, and work together, all of us, to save as many lives as possible. And that's human and pets right now.
Really important information. And thank you for that last part too. I think sometimes we find a pet and we're just like, oh, take them to the vet or go somewhere. And times have changed right now. You can't do that, but it's nice to know that we're empowered to be able to do that right online and that those resources are available.
Please do go check out our website. There are a lot of resources there, and you can always call and talk through some problem solving things that we can do right now. We're all trying our best, and I really appreciate everybody out there who's trying their best too.
Oh, Nicole Miller, thank you so much for all of your helpful information, and we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.